of a swamp that floods every time a big rain comes. But the rain never come into the church, because in this house, this is God's house. And the only rain that can come in here is the rain that's coming from above. Can I get a witness? That won't rain on you. Won't it do it? Yes, it will. Somebody shout, Lord, send the rain. The plague never touched it. Some of us sickness been all around us. And some of us are sick. But what other folks done died from, you would yet live. Can I tell you something? It's good to be absent from the body and present with the Lord when you're saved. I don't know about you, but I ain't looking to live a long time. But for the time I'm living, I'm going to give God glory. I'm not going to have a whole lot of depressed moments, because that gives the devil glory. But when I think of the goodness of Jesus and the happiness that he brings, when I don't even feel like shouting, when I don't feel like lifting my hand, I can think. God bless. And he prospered Egypt. Y'all hear me, church? Who opened their doors, their borders to Israel by a man named Joseph. You know, Joseph's brothers put him in the pit. Can I tell you something? Some of us are in the pit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because this too, y'all ain't talking to. Oh, my sickness may look like it's winning, but if I could just make it to the house of God, I know that I got some sisters and brothers here that's got some power. Because the Bible says, where there's two or three touching and agreeing on the same thing, my sister may be weak, but I'm touching. God, you're going to give my sister strength. My brother may be going through, but God, you's a healer. You never failed me yet. Can you just shout out to a brother and sister and say, we all right? We all right. The goodness of God. Submit ourselves to what the world says. Why? Because we are continually bombarded with negative stuff that just seem to go against everything that God has said. And then we find ourselves buying into what the world says. Have you ever wondered why young men sag their pants? It's because they have been told this is cool. But my thing of it is, a real man can pull his belt up. Because you know what? When I go downtown and become a CEO, I won't be noticed as a young man that used to have sag pants. I'm going to be noticed as the man who used to say yes sir and no sir. Can I tell you something? Manners. Young men would get you a long way. Come on, somebody. Sean couldn't go to campus and go down there with sagging pants. And church tells everywhere that, hey, Sean had to go to represent who he was and whose he was. Y'all miss me. When you walk out like that, when you're representing the God of the Bible. Young men and young women, you don't have to be like other young men and women. It's all right to be saved and be cool. Yeah, God is, can I tell you something? God is not bound by our circumstances. He is not controlled by time, distance, or the economy. True saints know the real deal. And when the economy fails, the saints rise up. Can I tell you an experience? The last 2 weeks, the stock market has failed tremendously. See, some of y'all ain't know what I'm talking about. market has failed tremendously. I looked at the investment that I had, and it gained. I'm gonna catch up. Y'all catch up. The stock market failed, but the investment that I had wasn't protected by Schwab or Ed Jones. It was protected by I'm aware that our economy is in bad shape, y'all. And I understand that the real estate market, the issues with our automobile manufacturers, the airline industry, all that stuff is suffering. Country is in trouble because we're stretched out so far. However, these circumstances don't take precedent over what the Lord said to me. Amen.
Praise God. Praise God.
The only thing that can hinder the Lord from working for my behalf is me. You can make it personal. Can't nobody take from you what God has given you. You can give it up.
Good gracious in the morning.
Regardless of how somebody feels about you and your relationship with God, prepare for an overflow.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
As I was sitting there writing, I said, God, I got to build this sanctuary for you. I said, but God, I need the finances. God said, I got some rich money. Y'all don't have to agree with me. I'm telling you what God told me. He said, I got some rich money.
Yes, sir.
And he said, you look at how people give. He said, but I got some rocks. He said, I got some rocks. See, y'all thought rocks was only for praise. Rocks are believers who just ain't come to the forefront. See, everybody is not a person that's outward. There are some people quiet.
That's right.
But when I look on Givelify, I see the power of their giving. And I come to tell you, if you really want to be blessed and have an overflow, learn how to give. That's right. Many of you have encouraged me. You said, Pastor, we're going to build this sanctuary. You spoke a word in my life this year. But my prayer just don't start with you from when you tell me stuff like that. I was praying for you before you even thought about a sanctuary.
Super.
Because I told you over the years, my desire, church, is to see every man, woman, boy, and girl whole. It makes no sense you come to church and be poor.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
If you poor, you choose to be that way. Because God has promised us. If you be a good steward of the little things, don't be too proud to pick a penny up off the street. Don't ain't talking to me. As long as you don't realize that much little becomes much in the master's hand. I'm just as proud of a penny as I am $100. Some you can't get 100 until you got some pennies.
That's right.
You got it the wrong way. You think that you got to have a whole lot of money to be successful. I stopped out here to tell you, it don't take money to be successful. It takes obedience to God. The Lord showed me.
You own it,
I
Pastor.
said, God, the lady told me she ain't selling her house. She ain't selling it. The other one said he ain't selling. I said, God says it's not in their vocabulary to tell me what to do. See, I'm trying to help somebody else because there's some things you have before God. But I'm trying to tell you how to get what you need from God. You got to be persistent in your prayer life. You can't say, now lay me down to sleep and think God gonna bless you with that house. You got to live where there's some holes in the roof. You got to live where the floor is falling through. When you learn how to appreciate the holes in the roof and the holes in the floor, then God can give you a mansion on earth. Somebody has fooled us. Somebody has fooled us and told us that when you are saved, you have to be poor. Lies you tell. My Father is rich. Y'all ain't talking to me. In houses and land. Then he came back and made assurance to me that the earth is mine. And talk to me, church, and everything on this earth belongs to my God. So, I'm prepared for overflow. Oh, that's why I shout now. That's why I praise him now. Don't wait. Don't wait till you see the building. You got to shout on them buildings on the wall. You got to shout on them. You got to, sometimes I just come in here. I'm glad y'all ain't here because you think I'm nuts. Sometimes I just give God the praise on the picture on the wall. Because God wants each and every one of you to experience an overflow. But you must get it in order. Become thirsty for God and not money.
Oh, amen. Amen. Amen.
Give God your best worship. And then love him with all your heart. He told me, he said, seek ye first the kingdom of God. And he said, and my righteousness. And then he said, all of these other things shall be Elisha asked the widow, what did she need? He then told her to go and gather all the pots. She provided. Can I ask you a favor? Star, can I ask you a favor?
Yes.
Will you be a pot? What is Pastor talking about? Will I be a pot? A pot in the olden days represented what they put the water in. Some of us don't know anything about it. We used to have to go pump water from a well and bring it in the house. Some of us have to take baths out of a foot tub. Oh, you blessed people now. You ought to thank God for what your mom and dad went through, just so that you could have something in this life. So he asked her, do you have any pots? She said to him, I have one save oil that I have. In other words, she had a little bit of cooking oil. How many of y'all have been down to the barrel? Some of y'all ain't never been there. God bless you. When you go in the cabinet and you look and there is nothing for you to feed the children. Come on somebody. And you never gave up. Because you knew that the Lord is going to make a way. God, help me somebody. He is faithful. He is faithful when we are not even faithful to him. God wants to feel your part. So she instructed her sons to go to the neighbors, borrow all the part they had that they had to offer. And she got a family involved. Look at your neighbor and say, it's time to get family involved. You can't leave children home watching Xbox. It just grieves me when people don't get their children involved in church. Some children have never been introduced to God. You're almost at the age now. You may be in the age of accountability, but nobody introduced you to God. Children, your attitude determines your altitude. Some of us would never get anywhere because we have a nasty attitude. I guarantee you change that attitude, God will make a way for you. By now you know how the story is, and I'm getting ready to close. The Lord miraculously filled every pot with oil. And he did it because she was obedient. He told us that you just do what I tell you to do. That's right. And watch God do the rest. That's right. Church, I don't know about you, but for the rest of this year, I believe that I'm getting ready to experience some greatness. Yeah. And if you don't believe that you're going to get it, then guess what? You'll be seeing here next year at the same time. If the Lordship permit. Hoping for an overflow. But any man, woman, boy, or girl who really wants something from God, you got to start speaking it now. You can continue to live at the level you live at, but as for me and my house, I thought I had some witnesses. I have allowed other folks to dictate how well I praise God or when I should praise God. But Jeremy, I've come to the conclusion that as for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. Somebody told me that serving the Lord is going to pay off. I need to say that one more time. Serving the Lord is going to pay off. Oh, somebody still didn't get it. Serving the Lord is going to pay off. If you serve Him, you give Him glory. You praise Him when you don't feel like it. Serving the Lord is going to pay off. I know that I'm facing some mountains that seems impossible. I'm facing some valleys that seem impossible to come out of. But somebody told me that God specializes in things that seem impossible. So I got to take Him at His word that whatever I'm facing, God is getting ready to turn my situation around. I don't know about you, but I'm tired. I'm glad. My last year. Yes, Paul told me to tell you. Paul told me to tell you. Forgetting those things. Who am I preaching to? That's behind you. Forget what you went through last year. God is saying, in my house. We're going to serve the Lord. Star, we're going to serve
That's right.
the Lord.
That's right.
None of this fake praise.
That's right.
None of this hypocritical praise. Because you might be holding up something God has for me. Look at your neighbor and say, it's time to get real. In my closing, we are preparing for an overflow from God. Church, get thirsty. Hasha, hey. Fall in love with it. And give God your best. I pray, church, that you will shut your mind, your heart and ears to what those ungodly sources are directing your way. And prepare to receive from a God that delights in blessing his people regardless of the conditions. God doesn't bless you according to the condition you're in. He blesses you because he's just a God that loves to bless. Are you getting ready? For overflow. In your health, your finance, your children's college fund. Whatever you've been praying for, if it's in the will of God, expect an overflow. Everybody stand.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.